Creating inventories for games sucks. They're complicated, they're ridiculous, they don't make sense, and they're not always a good use of time. But I've discovered that that's not always the case. Welcome to the second devlog of Quest to the West. I'm just going to showcase what I've been working on. The first thing you might notice is the shaders. If you compare the graphics between the previous devlog and this devlog, you will see that there have been some shaders added. Specifically, this very cool blur vignette that I found. I've also been working on shops and some dialogue. There are now two different kinds of dialogue. There's this bubble style, which I made in not a lot of time, and it was quite cool to do. And then I also have this dialogue, which I've just stolen from another one of my games that I made. Now, another thing you might notice in the top left is, now if you also look in the top left up here, you'll notice there is like some kind of star thing. These are spell slots, and I am adding magic. If I show you my inventory here, you'll see that I have a few items. You have a belt, which is how many daggers you can hold at a time. You have your daggers hit over here. You can have up to 2 of them, and they can stack effects. So you might have a winged dagger, which launches the dagger further than it normally does. Our next section is the trinket section, and this is where you can put all the stuff that gives you different abilities, which would be like, these 3 are some of my favourite spellcasting ones: Shoulder Plate, Pink Shard, and Ruby Amulet. Our spells are shown down here. We have Dash, move with a burst of speed. You can also jump at the end of a dash. Mage Armor creates a protective aura around you. Will Weapon fires a dagger without using a weapon slot. And finally, Pulse damages enemies within a radius. We're going to head into the underground tunnels for a bit so I can show you the updates to the damage that I've made. You'll see that if Artemis takes damage and she has an invincibility phase, I will give credit to my friend Phoenix for suggesting this idea, and it was actually very useful, because now you can show that you've obviously been hit. I'm now going to take some time to show you what spells can actually do. You see that I'm holding up currently, and I can press the casting button, which for me is X. It just allows me to cast Pulse, which is a shockwave spell. The other spell is Will Weapon, and it literally just throws a dagger using spell slots instead of actual daggers. So originally, when I was creating the spell system, there was going to be 5 slots down here, one of which is purely just the dash button, and then the other 4 were Mage Armor, Will Weapon, Pulse, and another one called Sneak Attack. Now, as you can see, Sneak Attack is actually missing, and that's because I decided to switch to using something which I call slot IDs. You'll see that if you check the order of this, it says Mage Armor, Will Weapon, Ruby Amulet. So I know that these are all filled up, but you'll see that it's in that order. Mage Armor, Will Weapon, Pulse, Pulse. And the reason I did that is so that I can actually have more spells. And instead of assigning a Boolean value, that's true or false, to does the player have the spell, it assigns an integer to which inventory slot it belongs in. So I'm afraid that is sadly the end of this devlog. Once again, please like and subscribe. I find that the fact that people watch my videos to be really motivating, and it keeps me motivated to do game development, even more than I already do. I would say that considering it's week 6 is over of the development, it's probably almost ready for the first playable version. Now obviously I'm going to release a demo for this game. It's just going to be the first area, which is named Yamik. And it's just going to be the first 2 bosses consisting of Elder Slime and another one which I am not going to spoil for you because I am just mean like that. Once again, the game does have a very long way to go before it's going to be ready. I appreciate all the support I get from my friends, from my family, from you, the viewer. Thank you for that. Make sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss the next devlog, and I will see you in a few weeks. Bye.